Hi, this is Patty from Homemakers Daily. I hope the third time is a charm because this is my third time trying to make this video. So here we go. I want to talk today about monthly indexes or contents pages. One of the most important parts of my planning system is my archive books. This is one from 2008. I have them from 1993 until now. I put all of my planner pages in these books. I also have these indexes filled out so that at any time I can go back and retrieve information. That's the key to me. My to-do list, my schedule, none of that stuff really has a lot of value for the future. You know, it has some, but what's most important is the notes that I write on my pages. And I've always written a lot. Excuse me, still getting over this cough. Anyway, if you can't retrieve the information that you write, then it really doesn't have a lot of value. So this is how I've done it in the past. I used the Franklin Covey pages, and that's where I learned to do the monthly index. Now I'm using Fish, and she has what she calls a contents page. Now I believe the intent is that you number your pages and then you write down the page number where the notes take place. I haven't done that yet. I just don't know, I just haven't done that. And I'm accustomed to doing dates. That's the way I always did it before. So that's just what I've continued to do. But I wanted to just show you some of the things that I wrote down. Now the thing is, everybody's different. Your life is different, your notes are different, your needs are different. So just because I did it this way doesn't mean this is the right way or the way you should do it. You should do it however you need to, based on the information that you write and the information that you might need to retrieve. You might not even want to retrieve anything. You might just want to write maybe a summary of your month, maybe a highlight from each day, or just a few things that happened. Just kind of like a summary of your month. That works too. I've done that. But at any rate, this is so important. And I have used these old pages so many times. I've gone back to look something up. A while back, I made a book for my daughter-in-law about my son. And I put some pictures in there. And then I went back through my old archive books, these, and I found things that my son had done, funny things he did, funny things he said, and I rewrote those quotes and I put them in the book. It was such fun rereading through and remembering the things that we did. It's amazing how much you forget. You think you never will, but you do. I'm not a big journaler, and so I use my pages as for journaling too. Not really my thoughts and feelings, more things that happen. Okay, so let's get started. These are the Fish contents pages. I do keep these at the beginning of each month of pages. My July pages are right back here. Okay, now what I do at the beginning of the new month, I sit down with the previous month's pages, and I go through the pages one by one and skim the page to see what might be important, and then I just jot down the information. I haven't done September yet, that's why I'm showing you July. All right, so you can see here, July 1st, Dr. Ginsburg consult info. My husband went to this doctor, talked to him about possibly having gluten intolerance, and on that page, July 1st, I wrote down the details of that doctor visit. I took a blog break, not very long. I was going to take a month, but I didn't. Wrote that down. Fourth menu, I have no idea what, yeah, July 4th menu. I wrote that down so that next year I can look at it and see what I did for the previous year and repeat it or don't repeat it. Here's something David did on the house. Benefits David has noticed with gluten-free diet. If I go to July 7th, there's a list there of the things that the improvements that he's noticed. Some more house stuff. I had a problem with the security system on the 16th, and so I wrote a little note about that. Notes about the oven repair call, July 17th. If we go to that page, it'll have the phone number, who I talked to, what they said, that kind of thing. Here's another security system issue. I mailed in my voting change of address. I wrote that there just in case an issue comes up with voting. I'll know when I did that. I went to the doctor on the, I went to the doctor in July, and on the 22nd they called and I wrote down the results of the doctor visit. Excuse me. Found out my daughter was pregnant. Now, I don't normally write funny things the grandkids say, or of course the kids don't, I don't write down a lot that the kids do now. It's mainly the grandkids. I don't usually write that stuff down because it's pretty much on every page. And so what I will write down about the kids and grandkids are just things that are really important. Like Rachel telling us she was pregnant, that was big. When a grandkid takes their first step or says their first word or goes to school for the first time, those kinds of things I will write down, just the real special. Otherwise, I know they're on pretty much every page. More information on the oven repair, something about Rachel, I don't know what. When we closed on our house, this was a place we wanted to go, and I had the address and phone number. Ivy went to the doctor. That's my granddaughter. I just wrote down some details about her doctor visit. That day, I did some productivity brainstorming, so I wrote a note about where it was. There's an address, the paint violation notice we got on our repo that we're working on, and details about the oven being fixed. Now, as a result of going through my pages, for that end of the month review, I discovered that I had had headaches 3 times that month. I had jotted those down on my page, and I didn't realize that I had had 3 headaches. So that was very interesting to me, and I discovered that when I went through. That's one of the benefits of writing things down, is that you can see patterns. You don't normally pay attention to things like that, but when you're going back through your notes and you're looking, then you see that, oh, I didn't realize that I had done that 3 times. So that can be helpful too. Now, I have also written things down on my table of contents that were not in my planner. Like if let's say I called AT&T because I had a problem with my cell phone, but instead of writing the notes in my planner, I wrote them on my bill. But I still want to remember that I did that. I might jot a note on my planner that I had the conversation with AT&T, or I called them, and then I might put on my contents that I called AT&T, notes are on the July bill. So even though that's not in my planner is kind of a reference point that can tell me where that information is. You could say that something's in the filing cabinet or whatever, but you don't necessarily have to only write notes about what is in your planner or on your planner page. You can also put other information. So again, I think these pages are so very important. If you're going to write your notes, you want to be able to find them again. I have considered, and I probably will eventually do this, after I do this page, then I would like to type it into the computer in a Word document or an Excel document and do the whole year. So then if I want to find something, I can just do a search. Instead of having to skim the pages, I just do a search and then I'll know exactly where it is. Now, I haven't done that yet. I might try it maybe for 2015. But this method, the truth is, I can find information really fast. It seems like it would take a long time to skim these pages, but these notes are brief, and there's usually just 1 page per month. So it's really easy to just skim and find the information. Plus, usually you have, a kind of an idea of when it is, or when it happened. Years ago, my husband did the MS 150 every year. And one year he said, oh, we need to schedule a hotel reservation. What was that hotel we stayed at last year? Well, I didn't remember, but I knew that we had made the reservations probably in April. So I got out my archive for the previous year. I looked at March, April, and May, and I found the hotel information. And he was able to call that same hotel and schedule the room. And so it really doesn't take very long to look back and retrieve the information. Now I wanted to show you 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 can see here I wrote down jury duty, I had a problem with some vitamins, new furniture arrived, a truck repair. Here in February we have a health issue, water in the basement, another truck repair, David was sick. Let's see, an accident, or almost an accident, an injury, looking for a truck, something we ordered, a problem with our receiver, another car repair, just all kinds of odds and ends. A new cell phone. Oh, here, look. April 13th, I wrote problem-solving quotes. And you know, I had an idea for a blog post about problem solving, and I remembered that I had written this down. And so it took me a little more time to find this, but I was able to find it and use the quote as the basis for my article. Eye doctor appointment, new job, started a project on the house. An order was received, purchased a new car, purchased a laptop, gave Rachel's room a facelift while she was out of town, got a new cell phone. Can't see that one. And see, sometimes I don't write very much. I don't know what was going on that month, but I didn't write very much that month. That's not normal. Most of the time these are filled out. Now this is a sample of the first page of the daily pages in the Franklin Covey. And it looks like I used that instead of the front of the calendar, and I don't know why, but it still works. And there's some details there. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little look at how I do my monthly indexes and tell you a little bit about why I think they're so important. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you would like to read any articles about planners, time management, or homemaking, please check out homemakersdaily.com. And thank you again for watching.